Hey, what's up everybody? Rob Marzullo here, Ram Studio Comics. Welcome back. In today's video, I want to talk to you about talent versus hard work. And what you see here is a couple images of Spawn that I created. This one is about 12, 13 years old. This one's a few years old. So there's roughly about a 10-year span in between these two. And I felt that would be a good kind of starting point to this video and explain even a little bit of what I've learned in that process and why hard work has gotten me from here to here and not just talent. So first off, if I was to go back even another 10 years, you would see even worse work of mine or whatever. If I go back really far, my drawings were just very crude, very bad. I think we've all experienced that. I mean, even kids that when they were little, everyone's like, "Oh, you're so talented, you're so amazing." You look at their work and you're like, "Whoa, what were they thinking?" Or I think that about my work. Everybody was telling me I was so talented at a young age, and maybe I had noticeable traits that were a little bit better than other kids. Is maybe why that occurred. I don't know, but I really think that looking back, that can actually do more harm than good. I think that talent is a byproduct of the passion and the excitement that you have for doing something. So what happens with that, I think that you're basically making stuff because you just really enjoy it, and maybe it looks better than the other kids because you just have more enjoyment for it and they're not really into it. They're just kind of doodling, where you're like really into the process, even at a young age. That's just my take on it. So one of the things that I think has led me to get any amount of success in anything I've done is my hard work ethic. I just don't give up. I'm persistent. I don't take no for an answer, whether it be a regular job or whatever you want to call it. They're all jobs really, but when I did my basic grunt labor jobs growing up, I just didn't give up. I didn't quit. I wasn't the guy that walked off a job. I just made sure I did my job, and then if I found a better one, I gave my 2 weeks, things like that. So I just treated it as professional as I could. Not saying I loved every job that I did, but I didn't just give up just because I didn't like it. And that also holds true to even my art. Now, the difference is I love art, so I wouldn't give up regardless, but I wouldn't give up because I just don't quit. And so when I hit a bad mental barrier, I'm experiencing one right now, and I'm having a tough time drawing as well as I normally feel that I can, I don't just give up and walk away. I don't pick something else and I go, I'm not a good artist, I'm going to do this other thing. I just keep at it. And that's the main thing. That's where the work ethic will always beat talent. Because talent, I think, makes you big-headed, it makes you egotistical, everybody tells you you're so great, so pretty much you start drinking the Kool-Aid and, you think that you're just naturally gifted and better than everybody. And I don't think that's the case. I mean, even the artists that I see that do this amazing work, I get it. They're on a whole nother level than what I'm able to do at this point. But I think that's because they were able to lock onto something, an aspect of their work, and then they were able to get a job doing it. And then through the progression of doing the work, they just got really great. Like, for instance, even these artists that you see that are just some of the top names, and I'm not going to name drop in this video, but you know who your favorite artist is, find their old work. Every time you will see a huge change in their work. Every time. I haven't found one artist where when I saw their first work, I was like, wow, they were just as amazing that day than they are now. And I'm not saying that it wasn't still a very nice piece of artwork, but it's just not as breathtaking as their work 10 or 20 years later. So that's what I'm getting at. Like, you really need to understand that your work isn't just going to be amazing right off the start. And sometimes when you hit those mental barriers and you feel like you can't progress, that's the good stuff. That's what you want. You want to be there, because right when you get past that is when you level up in your work. So be excited about, this is going to sound bad, but be excited about failure. Failure teaches you what not to do. That's almost as valuable as knowing what to do, if not as valuable. So you need all that information. You need to know what not to do, what to do. Sometimes your successes will make you cocky and overconfident, so you got to be aware of that. But the main thing is do it day in and day out, because the one thing that talent will not do for you is make you complete work. Talent doesn't do that for you. Your work ethic does, your drive, your persistence, your focus. You have to do all that. Talent will just make the work shine because you're excited and passionate about what you're doing, and you're naturally gifted in some ways, or you're just gifted because you've focused on all these techniques, tips and tricks, and developing your style. And that's what you see the difference of these two pieces. The one on the left isn't necessarily bad artwork. I guess it's okay, but there's a noticeable difference because on the one on the right, you're seeing where I've honed my skills a little bit further than the one on the left. That's the only difference. I'm the same artist, I'm the same guy, and if I took that one on the left and I showed you something 10 years previous to that, I actually wouldn't want to. It's probably pretty embarrassing, but that's me all honing my skills and focusing and developing what I know. And that's really it. That's really why I wanted to bring you this video. And I'd like to get people's feedbacks, comments below of what you think, what you feel when it comes to talent versus hard work, and what's helped you excel the most, and what you feel about that. It's always great information when we're able to pinball this back and forth and get some real conversations going there. So let me know what you guys think in the comments section below. As always, I appreciate you tuning in and listening to me rant on these videos. More drawing videos are on the way. So keep drawing, keep having fun, and I will talk to you soon.